I didn't cry for help or scream. I still thought I was the monster though. But if that's the case, then shouldn't they have been scared to play with me? There was never pity on my yelps and screams, and anytime I expressed a need for help or spoke about my dreams, it was, put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. My monsters look like the lonely overthinkers stuck in a world full of underthinkers. The ones that feel plagued because they peep the pop stars with platforms and politicians with pretty propaganda profiting off the people who don't process these profound principles. And my monsters look like the lonely overthinkers stuck in a world full of underthinkers. The ones that feel plagued because they peep the pop stars with platforms and politicians with pretty propaganda profiting off of the people who don't process these profound principles. And I may be preaching to the choir, but as my spirit ascends higher, I still want these elitists to choke. Okay. They look like the nightmare of an existence that we're told to enjoy and admire, but I know I can't build the life of my dreams that I truly desire if I stay woke. They look like the corporate white men liars that want artists' lives to be on fire but get scary feet at the thought of this moment. They look like the guilty conscience that came from playing chess on some checkerboards, but I never spit a diss while the mic was out. See, I never cared enough to feed the local drama. The only motive besides a bigger stage and a better mic was house keys and to put on deserving artists I like without fees. They look like my peers that are jealous and green because they're so focused on the eye that they haven't found a team. My monsters. They look like the guilty conscience that came from playing chess on some checkerboards, but I never spit a diss while the mic was out. See, I never cared enough to feed the local drama. The only motive besides a bigger stage and a better mic was house keys and to put on deserving artists I like without fees. They look like my peers that are jealous and green because they're so focused on the eye that they haven't found a team. My monsters look like the sweethearts that swept me away just to see that the seed of their soul was really sour. The ones who were quick to lack grace, but once their feet sat below my lace, all of a sudden the disgrace was from a higher power. You know, it's pretty easy to fear the monsters that shift shape or are draped in skulls, but their scaring skills ran dull when I met the ones with infectious laughs that made my heart feel full. It's almost like they don't even have a monster card to prove. And they made me realize that the scariest monster of all is little girl Luck, who stares back at me in the mirror. I was always happy and transparent, but her short arms reached for optimism that was a lot nearer, with pretty pink pajamas and petite pigtails pinned on a head that's hairy, housing the hope of a happy home in this head one day. Her vision was always clearer.
Damn.
I had to succeed for the booze in me, which is why I'm setting these monsters free. I can't let them hide my dreams on a high shelf or throw them in a chipper you see, so instead of running from my demons, I learned that the key was to let my monsters be incorporated. Thank you. Follow me on Instagram at lucky.l33, and again on Facebook it's Lucky Lee, spelled exactly like how it sounds. Thank you guys. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. I stand on my tip. Oh, you ain't gonna take a picture with her?
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Shouldn't you have to Vogue? Poetic Vogue.
Oh man, I forgot it was New Year's until she just got up here and said it was the New Year. That's how much life is just going for me right now. I should have started the show off saying Happy New Year to you guys, 2025. So Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Okay, thank you. We're gonna go ahead and get into the next person we got, and that is Samuel T. Phillips. All right, give a hand for Sam.
Hello. Right there, that's good. My name is Samuel T. Phillips. I'm a writer from Covington, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening tonight. Hope you like some of the things I have to say. This first piece is entitled Native Fruit. There's a calling that cannot be ignored, humming with aimless purpose, yet swirls wildly to do nothing. Grows on the demanding demon, kneeing standards of presentation on being human scrabble, upsetting Earth's canon, dreaming things we are not. covered in olive-skinned coppers, remorse claims frail root in educating the coat we wear, fashioned from one bear giving no quarter to tarnish a natural tone, protecting so well into this third decade under near for intense branches. As we are in this, I am here, and I love myself. As this place turns in quick building fog, we wait in the clearing, breathing so much smoke to dismiss anchors of bidding agencies to sink a humble kiss, tickled by difference, rather than hanging wrought with rusted iron, nailing delightful eccentricities welled with excellent juices of aberration. And this way I wish you to look at me. With rolling beads of water spared by the lake, hanging from vociferous beard, illuminated, dripping heavily with a rejoicing inscape, flowering among coral outside of reach of devastating nets. Celebrate, be glad. Soils was spread between moonshine and sun, coursing the center of equal pairs and meted seasons, absent of bottled memory to present inside the clean cut of lines, harrowing beauty the way this body chose. Smashing under the skin, I am myself. Within bounds of ubiquitous morality, I am gorgeous. Hailed by a swaying canopy, applauded by a sleek nativity of bones. Thank you. This is a winter celebration at 12:04. At a birthday dinner party for a close friend, the beer begins to disappear, along with the men and women separating and talking and stretching, becoming male and female. Though I stay in the kitchen when the two split, men outside in the cold, the women in the warm, close to where I stayed seated, listening to their gossip, opinions on nipple piercings, and joking over the capability of feeding 3 children at once after the fact. And their chatter weighs me over. Beer is treading away when those boys outside call out to trade punches, to break glass bottles and smoke the winter, sharing crazy woman tales and desires for reality beside those lady friends strange upstairs. Thank you. This is my last piece. My name is Samuel T. Phillips. I'm on Instagram, This Side of Madness, and then I am on YouTube. I got something coming up tomorrow night at 7:30. It's a live stream reading of over a collection of over a decade of writing, spanning from like Denver, Seattle, Vancouver, BC, here, my home, Kentucky, across the river there, and did I say Denver? I don't know. Anyways, lots of stuff. I'm going to be reading it tomorrow night for about an hour. I have a QR code if you want to scan it, if you want to talk to me, that'd be great. Or you can just look me up on YouTube. This Side of Madness, same shit. Thanks for listening. This is great. This is awesome space. I love it here. They got a good gallery in the back too. It's fun. All right, this is Sturgeon Moon. If you haven't seen the movie, it's fucking crazy. It's all thin as hell. It's like a thumbnail. But it's not a sturgeon moon. One of these days, I will be able to chase down the moon. Have you the shine in the eyes? Can you stroke the grass with all its soft flow? Have you song and memory of peak of clouds across it? Yes, I should know. Red tails called down the name of you in blue, darling. We've known one another long before the dark. Oceans whip through the blood of us. The ring craning above rivers run under the cat's tails in the reed of lips. The tongue of music over silver. The love and ancient fish parting, ebbing water to gills. Thank you.
Samuel T. Phillips. I love seeing new faces. He also said he got a QR code, so y'all not fucking with him. I gotta give I can't wait to tell somebody like that.
Like just scan.
Yeah, like just scan me real quick. That's all right. All right, so Andy from Covington. So you know we got places outside the city coming through. So I really like to see that. Thank you for being here. Who we got next up? Look at him, he ready. Tell you got your gang face on? No. All right, let me get a hand for my boy Tay Davis, man.
You sipping Moscato?
I think it's rosé. But anyway, I try. I might do some new shit at the end. It really just depends. Actually, I ain't even gotta be that close to this motherfucker. That's nice. I think I'm gonna do personal clarity first. Is that cool with y'all?
That's cool. PNC.
Remember?
No.
I have a tendency to give the best parts of me to the worst women. I see their red flags as carnival attractions, admiring the potential behind the narcissist. Constantly trying to give a universe of love to somebody that couldn't possibly imagine giving up the worst of them for a better us. Due to my upbringing, I've always tried to give this love thing a real effort, but the world today has truly got me stuck. Everybody I seem to run into can't seem to keep their lives in check, but expect me to spend a check in hopes to fuck. Well, good luck with the masses, miss. Oh, that's just my ex. I mean, Miss Lady with the standards of a woman but the morals of a prostitute. Unfortunately, you can't pimp me with your empty words disguised as love. I'm not one of these pick-me boys. I did not come here to play who's got next. I've been walking around with post-nut clarity and I ain't had no sex.
No sex.
It's
It's
an
an
intellectual
intellectual
flex.
Tell them.
I'm somewhat of an emotional marauder, stuck in a generation of the almighty dollar, seeking revenue too rich to be monetized, but only could realize such a simple concept to be the real prize. One four-letter word, million definitions. LOVE, the only concept that could feed me, as I try not to falter to the greedy.
Take your time. You got it, man.
Clarity. No.
Anyways, I'm an adult. I do what I want. Because I want y'all to tell me that I couldn't. Post-nut clarity without experiencing climax. I have to look twice. Post-nut clarity without. You ever fuck up your own work? All the time?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all do that shit too?
Yeah.
Look at us, be human.
Hold on. Rewind.
Rewind.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Post-nut clarity without experiencing climax may be the end of me, for it's forced me to see clearly in a world full of hidden intentions and hidden jealousies. Post-nut clarity to clear up the nonsensical chicanery, but I'll never have to regret the way my parents raised me. No rose-colored lenses. I can spot a floozy from a mile away.
Wow.
She's the whole fashion, but somehow I'm sassy for seeing straight. Yeah, okay. Post-nut clarity without experience and climax truly blows me away, but I'll never trade it for a manipulator sandwich with a needing to string. Post-nut clarity.
You got it? Don't stretch.
Manipulator sandwich. Let's go back.
It's crazy. I had a long ass last year, and I'm trying to step into this year in a very nice, positive way. But people tried it. First day. Post-nut clarity without experience climax truly blows me away. But I'll never trade it for a manipulator sound with needing to stray. And I know it's the last 2 cents. And I know it's...
There's something for.
I dream that post-nut clarity can show all the lost souls their way. I won't ask y'all for too much more, but I will ask y'all for post-nut clarity for all my niggas one day. Okay. I'm gonna get that together by my birthday, I promise. Now, see, look, you asked me what I was gonna do this year. I'm gonna get it all the way together by my birthday for Nick on his birthday. Yeah. I'm gonna do actually no. I wanna let go of some grief this year if that's cool with y'all. It bothers me how much my grief doesn't bother me.
Sit it down. Take a minute.
Hey, I had a long ass last year. I know a lot of y'all probably had a long ass last year, but I had a lot of growth and a lot of long ass moments last year. So when I say that it bothers me, that my grief don't bother me, it really do bother me sometimes. And I don't know if it bothers y'all the way it bothers me, but it bothers me how much my grief doesn't bother me. Lost scores of my loved ones so rapidly, I swear I could sue every deity connected to me. Big dollars do. My mind might hit a corkscrew nosedive if I ever stop to feel every entity that's been drowning me. Hell, I've astounded me with how I stepped through this shitstorm we call reality. Oh, my apologies. My words puncturing your thoughts. My tongue's an old bayonet. Punchlines punching down on you. Relax and give your ego a rest. This is just my opinion, so if you need it, I'll digress. Or I'll fuck you up with my wordplay, because on this Thursday, we get to bury a beautiful piece of it. Praying to be seen, hoping to be heard, wishing for confirmation that you see through me the way I see through you. This poem is polished protection, pushing proven projectiles, purposely pressing your pursuit for pressurized pampering from pompous, pretentious predators known as your roster.
Rewind!
Europe.
I gotta breathe on that. Yeah. This poem is polished protection, pushing proven projectiles, purposely pressing your pursuit for pressurized pampering from pompous, pretentious predators known as your roster. For I am the Lazarus pit that you crave. I am the abyss assistant that you never have to stray. Shit, for you, I figure out how to be gentle with you on your worst days. Figure out your quirky ways and how to scratch your scalp just right so that you can look at me the way only you do. It bothers me how much my grief doesn't bother me. Maybe then I'd be able to grieve. Stop the yearning for that unconditional, for love is the only entity capable of killing you and keeping you alive. I will forever keep you by my side, close to my chest, locked in my heart, a secret, sacredly kept. For me to punctually pursue my poem's end would be to contain the exquisite explosion that I would consider your grace. You've created a singularity in my brain, and since I refuse to do that to either of us, I'll allow you to hide away in my deepest parts. I speak to you, I speak to us as if you're still next to me. Like I'd like you to be. Sincerely yours, your walking soliloquy. Can I do one more? Can I do one more? I ask these questions. I don't know if y'all got, you know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna do If I Were a Poem because I love myself this year. Because I wrote it on Sweetest Day when everybody was like, I'm in a relationship. I'm going on a date. Bitch, I took myself on a date. I bought myself a tattoo or two. And some shoes. Anywho. If I were a poem, I'd be fractured where it matters most. A prolific, damn near scientific phenomenon gone horrifically right. I'd be omnipotent and omnipresent. I'd appease all 6 of your senses. I'd rattle your very bones with my speech. Shadow your soul if necessary. Be cautious. This aura may cause moisture if you stare for prolonged periods of time. If I were a poem, I'd be a motherfucking love sonnet. Written by a hand so intellectually sound that simple sentences could be Nobel Peace Prize worthy. I'd break the sound barrier on my way to your heart as you fall in love with my excellence. I'd be the ship that floats your waves without fear of capsizing. A space cadet, or I'd be the space cadet leading the exploration that is your universal grace. I'd peanut butter your jelly on whatever bread we got. If I were a poem, I'd be eternally rhythmic and regal of raw, repressed, impulsive thoughts. I'd be a never-ending symphony of humble harmonies and soulful melodies. I'd be everything I'd ask the universe to be if I were a poem. If y'all want to find me, I guess, my Instagram. That's probably the easiest way to get in touch with me because I don't care about the rest of that shit. My Instagram is wearetay with periods in between. Tay is spelled with a T-A and an E, not a Y, please. Appreciate y'all for listening.
How many of you are there? He's like, we are Tay.
Type in Tay and find
How
out.
many is we?
Type in Tay and just find out. It's not one.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into the next person. Got my girl over here, Nancy Mays, if you can give a hand for her.
Do the thing.
What's the words? You got on a fresh bonnet.
I appreciate that.
You got on some
Listen, I don't look like what I done been through.
Period.
I almost died last week. No bullshit. I almost died last week. Couldn't breathe. RSV. My sister was scared. My mom was scared. So I'm gonna give a moment. So thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I just want to thank you, Lord. I'm all over the place, so I'm gonna give y'all some pieces that's all over the place. Is that cool? Say cool. Cool. I say if that's cool, say cool. Cool. All right. Real quick before I get into them, I also am the host of Hit the Mic Cincy at Oasis of Grace on Fridays with my poetry. So you want more information about that, come holla at your girl. This first one is called I'll Be Your Muse. I've got poetry dancing on the inside. Bebop doo-wop into a Sam Cooke joint. I'm wearing magnolias in my hair like Lady Day, harmonizing to hymns of the fallen and forgotten. I've got prose falling out of me, pouring libations to the ancestors, find the libations of your ancestors so we can find the frequencies together, so we can cruise together. I am a living piece of literature that you want to read into. I am the song that you want to sing, dance to. I am excitement personified, a breathing illumination of light leaping lavishly off the lines. I am excitement personified, a breathing illumination of light leaping lavishly off the lines. I am the magnification of magic. And I weave words on looms like dictionaries, spin tapestry together thoughtfully, and paint pictures of prophetic prophecy. That's that piece. Insanity. They say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. So I must be out of my mind because every morning I wake up loving you. They say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over, expecting different results. And I must be out of my mind because every morning I wake up loving you, thinking that there will be a turn in you, that you will see me with fresh eyes, that somehow, that some way, that you finally figured out that I'm more than sometimes. I'm constant, always in the background, never imposing, yet pushing, urging you to be more. Not for my sake, but for your own. So I go round and round, inside out of my mind, stir crazy, waiting for you to be the boy who likes the girl who's out of her mind in love with you. And I got some new shit. It's got a shimmy to it. It's not finished. It's real quick, it's real short, but I like it and I want to read it. I smoke weed on my way to church. I smoke weed on my way to church. I text him during the Our Father a naked amen. I drink Hennessy to the sounds of music proclaiming his love for the world, spending time with the word with a square in my hand. I'm an enigma set to music, magically moving in the mysterious moments of now. Yes. So as I said, I'm Nancy, that's Nancy with an I, so that's Nanci. J Mays, the poet on Facebook, MZLADIJAY on Instagram.
Well, do the Instagram again. Wait, you said it too fast.
My apologies, MZLADIJAY. That's my Instagram. Find me next Friday at Oasis of Grace on Belmont. I'm gonna be there. Hosting Hit the Mic Cincy. It's a reggae thing. And then next month is our Black History Month, so come and catch a vibe with me. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Nancy. I don't know who is Jay. You say I am like
Miss Lady J?
Miss Lady J.
My middle name is Jamise and it means God's gift.
That's why I can't never find you when I try to tag you because you got different names. Different social media. But that's cool. I can get y'all on my social media. If y'all ain't already following me, they all shout their shit out. I'm shout my shit out. I'm Fresh the Poet. You can find me on everything. It's Fresh the Poet. It's spelled exactly how it sounds. Alright, so cool. We're gonna jump into the next person for the night. One of my favorite poets in the city. He is the captain of our DPS squad. And it's also his birthday month. So we want to give a big round, a big loud, you know what I'm saying, hand for my man coming to the stage, Nick Fury. I know y'all can do better than that. It's not big and loud.
I really need y'all to bring the energy because I've got a cold. And so y'all gotta bring the energy for me. I know I got.
Don't cough on the mic.
It was Marvel night, so Well, they say, like, you know, this is the time of year where they tell you to respectfully brag about the shit you've done, right? So, I'm going to take a moment, if it's all right. I bought a bar this year. January 1 was my 1 year anniversary of buying a bar, and we survived. So, I'm psyched for that shit. Not only that, but like Deaf Poets Society has really taken a big step this year. Not only were we able to add the likes of Lucky Lee and start our own open mic with us and really build upon some of the stuff that she had already built as a promoter. Then we brought in Fresh the Poet, who as another promoter has been running some shit and been doing some awesome showcases, and we really love to see the poetry community in Cincinnati just really starting to coalesce. And I've got a lot of out-of-towners that are telling me that they're starting to be jealous of our scene, and that is one of the greatest compliments I can have, because I've always said we've got one of the greatest mix of talents in this city. We just don't have the platforms for y'all. And so Deaf Poets Society is here to try and create the platforms for you so that you can see just how great the talent is tonight. One of the greatest examples you'll see is going to be our feature this evening, Brent Center. Brent is coming up here soon. I won't blow too much up his skirt, but 3-time Cincinnati Doo-Wop Poetry Slam champion. This man is talking about hitting the national stage this year, and I can't see what's to come of that, because he's about to take over the country. But as somebody who's done that, who has traveled the national scenes and seen what it's like on behalf of Cincinnati, we would love your continued support for what we're doing. So I've got a couple different books. I've got a book coming out on my birthday, January 7th. It's called Man in the Iron Mask. It is about my poetry journey over the last 2 years since I built our team from being non-existent to now being one of the more premier poetry slam teams in the country. And then I've got my last book, which is already for sale, that if you can't wait till the 7th, you can buy this book. So enough yammering. I'll get right into my poems for the evening. Since I'm such an incredibly creative person, the first poem of my first book was called Buy My Book. This is why you should. Poets challenge social norms through hope and scorn. While our brains are raging like a coastal storm, we see beauty in the roses' thorns, where rows of corn were known to mourn in reverie like a blowing horn. Emotions known to swell up faster than a locust swarm. We are the walkers of hot coals. We speak through the wire on roads paved with potholes, lanes filled with stupid drivers. Our challenge in life is to take on every challenge in life and still balance the light with the dark. My talent ignites, my spark gives me the strength when I'm down in a fight. Gives me the feeling that I could grow talons and flight might actually be possible in truth. It's my fountain of life. You can keep your youth. I feel astoundingly light. To view the summit, the mountain despite taking a road less traveled. We need a Walt Whitman, another Edgar Allan Poe, those willing to drown in woes, then put it down in prose, find insights in the highest heights and the profoundest lows, to describe the beauty of beaches where they found their toes, to quote like half of hip-hop, we are the last of a dying breed. Feel out of place like we stepped straight out of a time machine. Never admire a miser. We try and squeeze every last tiny piece of life before we expire. Only hope is to die in peace, so we live defiantly with a belly full of fire like our intestines were a pyre. We can be both kind and mean. Poets are the kind who dream of finding gleam in another's eyes like they're a child swinging wildly from an oak tree with a tire swing, dreaming I can fly. And then, might as well read something from my new book, right?
Read the bio.
If you get the book, you can get the bio. You know, that's
I was already gonna buy it.
there's some nuggets in there. It is also fully illustrated. It's a very beautiful book. If y'all are, you know.
It's awesome too.
This is called Starving Artist. Here I am, unguarded. A paint by numbers, starving artist. I'll go bar to bar, hit open mics with spoken word on par with Charizard. The way these bars drip with charred spit. I put my heart in every line.
Talk your shit, poet.
Hidden behind clever rhymes. I want to go Kurt Co. Oh, never mind. All apologies. I try not to go to that dark place, but even in the spotlight, shadows still follow me. I'm just taking it one day at a time. Hoping one day there's a ray that'll shine through the dark, praying to God like, come on, dude, lighten up. You know, I could use a spark. I feel like I'm drowning. I think I'm due an arc. Haven't I proved the part of the hopeless romantic with the skewered heart? I don't know a way. Praying to God like, come on, dude, lighten up. You know, I could use a spark. I feel like I'm drowning. I think I could use an arc. Haven't I proved the part of the hopeless romantic with a skewered heart? I don't know a way to cope other than to stow away my thoughts in this notebook. Dreams of a hopeless romance where a world where poetry slams are must-see TV. Where bars will change channels from Kyrie crossing CP3 to a one-on-one between Chakra and Breeze. I know it's just silly dreaming. Poets are the bench warmers of entertainment trying to become Willie Beeman. Any given Sunday, I'm working the grill, not giving the stadium chills because these poems ain't paying the bills. We all think maybe, just maybe, one day I can be Ed Mabry. Switch coast performing features like Rudy Francisco. I'm coming for the title like Fury vs. Klitschko. Who knows? There could be a glitch code in the simulator, and there a cheat code where Neo fights with pen and paper against these machines, and it ends up in our favor, right?
Yeah.
I'm coming for the title like Fury vs. Klitschko. Who knows? There could be some kind of glitch code in the simulator, either a cheat code where Neo fights with pen and paper and against the machines, and it ends up in our favor, right? Tell me this pain is for a reason. Tell me I'm not starving for nothing. How much deeper do I need to cut? How much more do I need to bleed? How many more wounds need to scar? How much more is it going to take before I see why the fuck am I here? Why the fuck am I supposed to be? Am I supposed to be a poet, or am I just a broken being trying to cover up the shit of smell with bowls of potpourri? One more, I'm going to jump off here. This is another one. I don't often perform this, but it was an awesome poem I got to write for a series of, where it was a comedy and poetry coalescing each of the 7 deadly sins. And somebody hit me up and was like, I think you'd be great for wrath. And I was like, why? Because fury's in my name? I'm not an angry person. I mean, sure. We all have a devil in the burning deep, but I keep him asleep until he's needed. Well, that is. Until I'm heated, because some fucking fuck's doing 500 in the fast lane, adding fuel to the fire. I'm feverishly fantasizing of feasting on fresh entrails while huffing traffic fumes, brimstone, and chemtrails. All I'm saying is, I'd rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
Rewind.
I'd rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Riding on top of a harvester, armed with a sword, mowing down an army of carnivores gets me hard as a board and starving for more, but I'm not angry. Now I do have a switch you might not want to flip. I get a little pissed and lose my grip. It can be the most simplistic shit that gets me to fly off the handle. Like, for example, when some kid's screaming like a pterodactyl and I'm out of Advil hungover at a Waffle House just trying to enjoy a goddamn all-star breakfast, but no. But if I start screaming, suddenly I'm the asshole. Fuck you. I'm not an asshole. People just fucking suck.
Yeah, they do.
Rewind.
Fuck you. I'm not an asshole. People just fucking suck.
Yeah.
But I'm good. I'm good. What I mean is I'm good at keeping the lid on it. Until I'm at a gas station and some little twit jack off with a Twix, Kit Kat, and 6-pack, taking his sweet time in line, getting this and that as he mixes and matches different packs of cigs and scratch off. My eyes started twitching around when he asked the clerk, "Oh, can I get 3 22s and 2 15s? Yeah, the double rainbow golden bingo game with the bonus box. I hit one last year and made a back payment on my truck." I'm thinking how long I'd have to choke him before he would pass out. Right when I think he's getting ready to finally cash out, he asks the slack-jawed idiot clerk if his pack ball's back's still hurting from some dumb accident from the last fall. God damn it, if that wasn't the last straw, only so long a fuse can burn before it's time for blast off. And I mean, other than that, yeah, I'd say I'm not that angry. Of course, I do believe in retribution, address some restitution, invest in the best solutions to connect the less affluent. I do believe in venting vitriolic vengeance on these vainglorious villainous vampires vying for victory. I do believe it's too late to turn around. There's a time to plant a forest, and sometimes you gotta burn it down. That doesn't make me angry. That just means I'm not scared of fighting back. Who needs anger when so many seem to invite my wrath? Thank you all very much for having me, for having Deaf Poets Society. The powers of these open mics are beyond what you know, and the fact that we can have a bar this full on this date, February 2nd, which I, as a bar owner, can tell you my bar is pretty empty right now. So, thank you for coming out. Thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause. That wasn't a round of applause for yourselves, motherfuckers. Come on.
I would listen to you on audio, cause I feel like reading it, I wouldn't be able to get what I could get as you go up here on this stage, cause you give a lot of emotion when you perform, and it's great. It's great. I love it. So cool. We're gonna hop into the next person. Let's give a hand for my man Ty.
There you go.
Happy New Year, y'all.
Happy New Year.
I'm gonna do 2 for y'all. Going off. It's a fresh start to the year. You gotta bring it back with some positive energy. So this first one is about being a little boy and just expressing how I love people in different languages. I've always liked how you made me feel, or the energy you bring to my life, or the way I can put my woes in your mind without any fear of judgment. Comfort and peace are the kids of our conversation, whether they're confusing, confessing, coded, cordial, or calculated. So I'm here to ask a favor that'll benefit us both. Bending backwards, I'm begging so I can boast about basking by your being. I'm baffled, trying to understand which words will satisfy your soul. Let me show you my mind is elastic. I'm willing to stretch and bend to your will. I'm gonna be molded to praise you how you were meant to be praised. if you give it time to take shape. I can take all your words and intricacies and bounce back a healthy reflection of you. I can hold on, weather the storms while giving your mind the best insulation. Though you ask for isolation, there's no warmth being alone, so come home and let me insulate you with my heat. I'll pick up that call at any time to give you my presence or give you a conversation that comes with a side effect of swinging feet. You're worth learning, every last bit. From the way you eat your favorite foods to how long you let your hair dip, or the flavor of the words that come from your oh so seductive lips. My pen and my pad, ready to go. I'm front row and center, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, beaming with attention that was once mine and is now yours. Class is in session. I've been taking my notes. I'm learning what you love and what you do at your worst. It's more than what you say with your words. I'm learning the language of your hands, no ASL, noting the pace you walk and how your eyes glow when you see that jacket half off retail.
Yes.
I'm learning how you talk with your imperfect, impatient bodily impressions. Only so much is heard when you go silent, but I'm listening with my eyes too. And my heart, and my hands, and my nose, and I'll even take some notes with my tongue when that opportunity arises. I told you I'm trying to know you, and that includes you on the inside. I can see the small things that you often try to hide. This the language pre-Babel and post-Rosetta Stone. I create magic so I create magic just so you can share more of yourself through the fantastical ways of the unexplored. Talk to the animals and birds to hear them sing your praises. Even go to the depths of space to try to talk to an alien king. I'll take your course on Duolingo a few times too, so you can get the deepest understanding of the language of you. That is that piece. I also want to shout out Deaf Poets for having this space. You know, I wouldn't have started writing myself if this space wasn't available. So I want to say a big shout out to my friend Lucky Lee over there. So yeah, I'm new to this. I'm trying to be true to this, but I'm
you true to this, bro.
So hey, if y'all thinking about writing something, then get up here. This is the space for it. You want? All right, I got you.
Say it again so my sister can hear you.
I am very new to this, not as much true to this. The people here has made this space very comfortable for me to get up here and start writing and performing on my own. So if y'all not already performing, this is a new year, try something new. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Yeah.
It's your turn.
Now going into it, this kind of correlates. It's about chasing your dreams and living throughout reality while chasing your dreams. It's called Soaring and Swimming. It starts off with the song part. I wanna fly, can you take me far away? Give me a star to reach for, tell me what it takes, and I'll go so high. I'll go so high, my feet won't touch the ground. Just stitch my wings and pull the strings. I bought these dreams that all fall down. Lately I've been drowning and not in a literal sense. I've been barely keeping my head above the hypothetical water of this unfair, unfamiliar, often uncomfortable and unpleasant, unfortunate thing called life. And the only thing I can do is look up to the skies like I've always have. See, it started when I saw the sky for the first time, and of course I'm a dreamer, so it's the only thing I saw. It turned into an obsession. The only thing in my thoughts. I had to be with the clouds, soaring so free and never in this damn box. It's who I'm supposed to be, up in the air, claiming everything that's meant for me, but life had other plans. With this thought in mind of being so high, I set myself to take to the sky, building myself lightly with the biggest wings so I can prolong my stay. But I never studied how to fly. I just watched people soar and clouds pass day after day. I didn't caution the need to walk before running or even how to take off. I just know I belonged in the air. So now it's time. Step flap, I'm doing just fine. I'm taking breaths of fresh air. Step flap, step flap. This is it, I'm finally free. Dreams frolic feverishly from my foolproof praying to feeling the breeze in my hair. Step flap, step, splat. Slide, splash, stopped in solitude, I splatter into the sea. Now stuck with wings that were only meant to take to the gales above. We're soaked in this thing called life. Learning to swim, I've thought, and I taught myself a few strokes while I'm down here. Back, breast, then butterfly. All because I wanted to freestyle in the stratosphere. But never once have I taken my eyes off the heavens. I still got my wings and I won't let them wither without feeling weightless in the winds from the clouds. Thank you. My name is Tyrese, I go by Ty. I'm a photographer. I'm doing a lot of shoots here and there. You can follow my photography Instagram at Ty's Eyes. That's TYZ_EYEZ. You'll also find me on Instagram. I'm thinking about making some videos, me recording some poetry while I write more. So the catalog will be growing and we're posting that there. And it's Tyrese_DaBoy. That's TYRESE_DABOY. Thank you.
Alright, thank you, Ty, man. Thank you for being up here. You a new poet, but I done seen you like a lot of times in like the last couple months, so you definitely been true to this. We're gonna take a small break, so go get you a drink. They got chips at the bar. I like chips, that's why I was letting y'all know. They got chips at the bar, use the bathroom. We're gonna be right back and we're gonna get into our feature for the night, so don't go nowhere.